picture this. So 3 years ago, I was living in a crappy college apartment, and it was shitty times because COVID was happening. Everybody was freaking out. And I decided, you know what? I can't control the outer world. So let me take control of my life. And that's when I decided to start my YouTube channel and my business in my college apartment. And it wasn't easy because, I didn't totally have clarity, didn't know what I was doing. My family members, they gave me like negative comments and stuff. And also, I was trying to graduate on time. But I was like, you know what? It's never going to be the perfect moment. I'm going to start this right now, even though I'm fearful, even though I have doubt. And I did it. And long story short, here I am 3 years later. I live in my dream city, which is absolutely beautiful. The sun is about to set, by the way. And also, I live my dream life. I bought a car and I built a six-figure business around my channel. And I want to share with you the 7 most profound takeaways. The birds are coming, by the way. They're kind of loud. I'm going to share with you the 7 most profound takeaways to inspire you about what's possible when you decide to take the courage as well to start a YouTube channel and a business around it. By the way, if you're new here, I go by Are the Creator. That's because you are the creator of your prosperous life, future, and business. If that's you too, go ahead and drop a hashtag I'm a creator down below and hit the like and subscribe button. So the first profound change that my YouTube channel brought into my life was that it really helped me to become self-actualized and to step into the highest version of me. And I know that kind of sounds cliche. However, content creation really is a personal development journey, and you grow so much in the process. And it takes a lot of courage and practice to find your authentic voice and to be vulnerable and to share your stories and to share your expertise, especially if you're trying to teach it like a business. So many people are afraid to put their knowledge out there because, they have imposter syndrome. They don't know if they're like totally the expert, but all of your biggest desires lie on the other side of that initial fear. And so I encourage you to take that first step. And it really played out for me. And now I feel like so aligned. I feel so abundant. And it really, for me, like it really shifted my identity because maybe some of you can relate. Growing up, I was labeled as the problem child. I had ADHD. I couldn't pay attention. I was a liar. I was a thief. And so when I was younger, I was naturally an entrepreneur. I turned my desk into a toy shop. I had a homework subscription business. And I really think having a YouTube channel brings out your inner child and your most authentic version of you. Maybe you're not an entrepreneur and that's fine. But when I started, that's when I really started to tap into my entrepreneurial spirit. So that was really great to see. And I encourage you to start a YouTube channel as well, or to keep going with it if you already have one, because it really allows you to grow in the process and to find that authentic voice of yours. The second way that YouTube really profoundly shifted my life is that it allowed me to build a ton of skills. Like, it's crazy. Like, I learned sales, I learned marketing, content creation, how to build websites, email marketing, how to build funnels, how to talk to people, how to manage clients, how to run a business, the finances, the bookkeeping. The list goes on. And I think it's so cool because what what job can you gain all those skills with? And it's cool because I got to gain all those skills while being my own boss, while not having someone else tell me what to do. And so it's really beautiful because now those skills are transferable. If I wanted to get another job, which I don't want to, like, those are really high value skills. And so that's what's possible for you too when you embark on this journey. And don't be discouraged in the beginning if there's a big learning curve. That's natural. That's normal. And I had them too. But the more you do it every day, you'll get your practice in and really try to enjoy the process because, learning is fun and it doesn't need to be like, so like, something that we dread all the time. It can be something enjoyable and just really feel how you're learning and growing throughout that process. And those skills I'm telling you are super valuable, not just in the business world, but in your own life as well. The third way that YouTube really profoundly changed my life was that it really opened the door to mentors. So when I started this whole journey, I said yes to Tony Robbins mentoring me at his business mastery, and I paid $10,000 with that. And some mentors come at an investment, and some people are really skeptical about that because someone like Tony Robbins is like, oh, he's already a millionaire. Why does he have to charge, for his events? And the truth is he's doing it at a service. Tony doesn't need the money. He has over like 50 companies, but he's doing it so that you value it. I went to some of his free 5-day events and I wasn't as invested as I was in the paid conference. And I got to value it more and I actually implemented it. Thus, I had that transformation in my life. So trust me, like people like Tony aren't doing it because they need the money. And yeah, it really opened the door for that. So like Tony, Ty Lopez, some other ones as well, Marissa Morero. I met some other people through Tony. couple other mentors as well. And it's really cool because these mentors, it's like you get to shortcut your own success because they're sharing with you what they learned, and they're also sharing with you their mistakes so that you don't make them as well. And so it's super valuable. If you're someone who is you have a YouTube channel or a business, or you're looking to start one, I'm telling you, like, you have to have a mentor, someone there guiding you, someone to point out your blind spots, someone to tell you how to improve your content. And by the way, if you feel called for me to mentor you throughout the process, you can apply for that down below, or you can fill out my contact form. And I'm more than happy to tell you more about how I can help you with your YouTube channel and with your business. The fourth way that YouTube really profoundly changed my life was just that it helped me to build a thriving six-figure business. And before I got into YouTube, I was someone who measured success by the subscribers and by the views, but it's not the right metric. It is not symmetrical with how much income and impact that you make. And maybe you've heard that before, but it really is true because one of my clients had 100,000 followers, but she wasn't fully tapping into her income potential. She actually said that in November and in December, her business barely made $2,000. But with my help, just this month, she just surpassed $7,000. And it's only our second week together of me helping her. And that's really it. She was treating her platform like a hobby and not as much like a business. And so I helped her to fully tap into that. And boom, it just transformed her whole life, her whole business. And it's just amazing. She sent me a voice recording, and just the gratitude in her voice was beautiful. She has a young daughter, a baby on the way. And so that's what I mean. YouTubers who don't offer their help, they can't help to transform someone's life like that. She has a baby on the way, and that's going to help her so much. And now she's helping her clients as well, which is absolutely beautiful. It just fills me up. So another way, this is the fifth way that YouTube transformed my life, is that it got me to move to San Diego. Look at how beautiful this is. This looks, I feel like I'm in a make-believe world right now. It's so beautiful. Camera can't do it justice. And the reason why this is so impactful for me is because growing up, I had a single mom, and we grew up, sorry, there's birds. We grew up in a neighborhood that, like, where I didn't feel safe. So growing up as a little girl, I didn't feel safe. And so, my mom wouldn't even let me ride my bike past a bush on the sidewalk, which wasn't very far. It was like 20 feet. And so, like, because it wasn't safe. And, I'm not mad at her for that, but it wasn't safe. And so, like, I just didn't feel free as a kid. I wanted to be out exploring. I wanted to walk in any direction that I chose, kind of like I'm doing now. I'm kind of going in a circle now, but I wanted that as a kid and I craved it, but I just felt so confined to my household. And it was cold in the winter. We couldn't go out and play. I just felt trapped in a box. And so the fact that I'm able to move just, I don't know, like my my inner child is thanking me because this is what I wanted. And it's like so like liberating and free. I feel like my kid is just is still alive. So that's another one for me, is just being able to change my environment and being able to afford a place like San Diego because it's not cheap. Eggs the other day were like $7.99, and I'm like, heck no, that's crazy. I mean, I'm able to afford it, so it's fine. So, but still, anyway, so that's another one. The sixth way that YouTube has absolutely transformed my life is that it's just I'm not married to any algorithm. Like, there's a lot of girls who I follow who do something similar to what I do. They turn their viewers, like on Instagram or on TikTok, into buyers. I've met people like that here in San Diego at events. But man, they are married to the algorithm. And when I say married, and I don't mean a good marriage, like a marriage that they don't want to be in, because some of them feel like they have to post. Their decisions in life is for the post. They go to events so that they can post. That's like their main motive. Like they go to nice places like this, and when they get here, like the main thing on their mind is, okay, how can I post this on my Instagram? What's the best angle? How can I make it seem like I'm living my best life ever? And that's great. I'm not saying you shouldn't post on Instagram. Absolutely do that. But when you're married to the algorithm and you're living for the algorithm, I think that's when it's a problem. I film videos and the content flows out of me like water. And I'm able to come to places like this. Right now I'm filming a video, but I'm able to come to places like this. I was here the other day with my boyfriend, and we were just walking and talking, and we didn't even take photos. Like, we were so like in the moment, and I think that's what life is about. And you don't want to lose sight of that if you are doing social media. And that's why I like YouTube, because with YouTube, you don't have to post every day for the algorithm. Some of my old videos are getting views literally every day. And on autopilot, it's growing my email list. It's leading people through my funnel to my paid products and services. and it's working. And I could stop making content if I wanted to. If I needed to take a break, I could do that, and everything would still work. But these Instagrammers and these TikTokers, it's like they have to always post, and it's like being a little hamster on a wheel. And again, if you like to post on Instagram or TikTok, that's totally fine. But as long as you're not like married to the algorithm and you're not living to the algorithm. The last way that YouTube has profoundly changed my life is, and I say this, and like I'm not married, I don't have kids, so even though I live in San Diego, even though it's expensive, like I have more than enough to pay my bills and to even pay for stuff I want. Like I spent like 30 grand this year alone. It's January 31st. I spent 30 grand this year on mentorship and agencies because I wanted to. I didn't need to do it, but I wanted to grow my business. And so like that's what I mean. I'm in so much like abundance that now I can think beyond just me. Now I'm like thinking more about contribution on a bigger level, not just to my clients, but beyond my clients to like the bigger society. And so I think I mentioned that I studied marine biology in college. And so that's where my mission in life lies. And you may be wondering, why'd you pivot from marine biology to content creation on YouTube? It's all connected. How I want to contribute is I want to donate a shit ton of money. Like I want to make 7 figures this year, $1 million, and I want to donate like more than 90% of that to the oceans. But this is what in particular. So there is a communication gap between scientists, big businesses, the government, politicians, and society. There's a communication gap because scientists are trying to be like, yeah, like, the coral bleaching and the CO2 in the atmosphere, like all this stuff is like bleaching the corals, it's killing all the species. And so that's not speaking in the language of a business. If a scientist tries to tell a business owner that you're not speaking their language, the business owner wants to hear that they can continue to make profit, that they can strengthen their brand and their brand trust by being more eco-conscious. That's what needs to be communicated. And I firmly believe that there can be an absolute win-win-win-win-win across the whole board. But it takes creativity. It takes thinking outside the box. And so what I want to do is I want to bridge the communication gap. And I'm going to donate a bunch of money. I live by Scripps Institute of Oceanography. I'm going to donate a shit ton of money, but I'm not just going to hand over my money. I want to like lead projects. I want to be like the creative mind behind it all. And so what I want to do is I want to create like a really powerful documentary. A lot of documentaries now are like too boring. So just say it. They're too boring. They're just like boring stats and you could just fall asleep. But no, I want to create like a powerful documentary. And I want to take all my knowledge from YouTube and like storytelling and like videos, and I want to like create a powerful documentary with a great storyline. It'll be like watching any other movie. But like that documentary, I want to like fund a research project. I don't want to spoil too much, but I want to fund a research project. And I want to film a documentary on it. And it's going to be such a powerful documentary. Like it's going to wake people up, like open their eyes, wake them up. And it'll be like some people don't like documentaries. They'd rather watch Fast and Furious or like, Avengers, and that's fine. But no, this documentary is going to have like a great storyline. It's going to keep you on the edge of your seat and going to have really powerful imagery. That's a communication gap as well between the public. They need to see powerful imagery because everyone's on their phones, everyone watching video, and I think the algorithms, the problem with that is that they're showing you garbage, mindless content. And so like we us humans can influence that. What if we adjusted the algorithms to have a win-win so that people stay on the platform, but they're also getting fed good content? It can happen. Some people think, oh no, there's no way that can happen because, then the ad platforms won't make money, but there's always a win-win-win. That is my philosophy. It is true. There's always a win-win. And I'm here to figure it out. And of course, I want to always do my YouTube channel in my online business. Maybe the business part will be a little bit more automated because I do work with clients a lot. Eventually I'll have like more people hired, but that's where I'm shifting to. I want to contribute to that. And how cool that I make, this money with my channel. Some people think like, oh, like, Ari, the creator is Ari the capitalist. She's just trying to sell, get our money. That's not what I'm about. When I earn income, I invest it back into my clients. I help to like get better software. I'm building an app right now for my clients, but I also like want to do good for the world. Look how pretty it is. Like, come on, we have to preserve this. And this is it, everyone. Like, water is life, air is life, and so how can we thrive at anything with business, with, like the parenting if like this isn't taken care of. So that's what I'm here to do. And, I'm not carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. I'm going to do the best that I can. I'm only one human, but, I want to be on my deathbed one day and be like, yeah, I really gave that my all and I have no regret. Even if I fail at the process, it's like, you know what? I gave that my all. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm very excited about it. And I'm excited to share the journey with all of you. So, yeah, I tell you all this because you too can contribute to big causes that you care about. Not everyone is passionate about the ocean like me, and that's fine. But maybe there's another cause that you want to, help in the world. Maybe it's domestic violence. Maybe it's like the food industry, the pharmaceutical industry, whatever it is. And I tell you all that because you can have influence over that. There's so many ways that you could change the world. And so again, I go by Ari the creator, but that's because you are the creator. Not just of your life, not just of your future, not just of your future business, but of the change that you wish to see in the world. Very powerful stuff. And again, regardless of what you're doing, I really do encourage you to either start a YouTube channel or to continue with the one that you started. Because one, you're going to be happy that you documented the journey, but also like I said, it's a personal development journey and others can learn from it as well. And so I believe that YouTube channels have such a big ripple effect. They do. And don't be so attached to the views because as I've shown you, it's not symmetrical with the income and the impact that you can make. I built a 6-figure business around this channel, believe it or not, and you can too. If you come at it from the willingness to do good, you have a good, strong entrepreneurial mindset, and you don't give up. And it's not a matter of if you have to have the mindset of it's not a matter of if you'll succeed. It's a matter of when. It's a matter of when. So again, if you feel called for me to help you, there is a form down below where you could read more about how I can help you. And when you fill out that form, I will contact you if I think we're a good fit and we'll move forward from there. But essentially, I have a group mentorship, I have one on one, I have my feedback Fridays. And so, regardless of where you are, I have investment options that are doable for, wherever you are financially. So, there's that. But it's really for people who are ready to be the creators of their life, who are ready to show up and do the work. And this isn't get rich quick. When I talk to people, like I can tell their intentions. I can tell if you're authentic or not. This isn't about get rich quick. This is for the people who really know that they came here to be a creator and to have a lot of impact. That's really who it's for. They just know it in their bones. That's you. I know this is resonating. So if it is, again, go ahead and drop a hashtag I'm a creator down below. I'll leave a comment as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts, but I appreciate all of you for listening. And when you're done, I encourage you to check out this next playlist if you want to hear more about the nuts and bolts of how you can earn money and make an impact without the YouTube Partners program or without brand sponsorships. Thanks, everyone. Bye.